Welcome to the segment where I review movies, past and present, examining them from a variety of perspectives, including the subjective, psychological, and personal. Informative and occasionally funny, this is LoganLand Rants. Welcome to LoganLand Rants, and today we are talking about the Weird Al song Party in the CIA. A song that apparently is not available on karaoke at any bar. Believe me, I tried to find it. The thing about Party in the CIA, obviously this is a podcast about film, but today we're talking about the Party in the CIA music video, actually. Damn, normally I don't clear my throat like this. But anyway. Okay, fine, dead air over. Basically, Party in the CIA is a parody of Miley Cyrus's song Party in the USA. I know, peel that onion. But Party in the CIA is a music video that directly rips off the composition, while also just making fun of the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, as everyone in America knows. Now, the CIA have a lot of problems that I'm not going to get into today. I don't want to recreate another Spider-Man 2 situation and talk way too much about anything political. But the thing about Party in the CIA is that it's well composed, even for Weird Al. Like, obviously, Weird Al does rip off the music of a lot of, other famous artists. But the thing is, this composition actually works with the material Weird Al's creating. Like the parody of Party in the USA, while it obviously has nothing to do with the CIA, the composition of Miley Cyrus somehow lends itself pretty well to Weird Al's version of his song, which is very funny. Makes fun of pretty much everything the CIA's ever done, from waterboarding to torture to destabilizing foreign governments. Again, not getting into that, the logistics or ethics of that. But it's just genuinely well done and genuinely satirical in a way that actually kind of makes sense and, like I said, serves the composition of Party in the CIA really well. Like, as far as Weird Al's parody goes, it's not one of his greatest, but if we're talking, like, what's his most satirical, like, it's hard to beat this one. Like, Party in the CIA, while not his best parody, is unquestionably his best satire, and amazingly not for the song's reason, which is a feat in of itself. I do wish it was a better parody and a better satire, but I do think the satire is done well enough to where I really love the music video. That being said, the music video does, of course, have its problems. The animation brings its own baggage. Apparently, it was animated by the people who made Happy Tree Friends, which, even though I've never seen the show, everything I've heard about that is just gruesome in the worst of ways. Almost nightmare-inducing based on what people have told me. But the animation brings its own baggage, but it's also kind of illustrates the points really well as far as CIA goes. And like I said earlier, it's not the best parody, but satire, it works fine. Also, I love the idea that somewhere out there, the CIA listened to this song. Like, that's the one thing keeping me up at night, is the fact that this had to play at a Central Intelligence Agency party at some point. It just had to. I refuse to accept that it didn't. Like, it's just remarkably crazy in all the best of ways. It has to... even if it doesn't play at a CIA party, it has to spark some questions, doesn't it? Like, is what we're doing right? Like, obviously I'm not going to get too into the politics of it all, but it is kind of funny. Now, I've been a fan of Weird Al ever since I saw White and Nerdy, which for a while I actually thought was the actual title of the song, but nope, turns out it's a parody of Driving Dirty. Something I legitimately did not know. Like, it's crazy. And then I became a Weird Al fan further with, like, Word Crimes and Inactive, parodies of Blurred Lines and Radioactive, respectively. And the music video of Party in the CIA is obviously among my favorites, which is why I chose this one here. I could have made it a long talk about White and Nerdy, because I am both, but for the most part I just decided to go with Party in the CIA, because I thought I had a lot more to say there. But all that aside, it is always fascinating to me that Weird Al apparently, at least from what my friend tells me, don't quote me on this, apparently he doesn't need to get permission because he falls under parody, but he still asks for legal permission, which is nice. And part of me does think there's some complicated legal stuff going on there anyway. And also, I've been wanting to cover another music video for a while. And my favorite thing is that the last music video I did cover was about Camila Cabello's My Oh My, which I think is better from like a cinematic perspective, but this obviously from a humor perspective is its own beast. But yeah, I thought I had a lot to say, but looks like that's all I can say. I mean, I'm back in motion, as you can tell from my Inside Llewyn Davis podcast. Feel free to like, pledge, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another podcast. Bye.